Hello students, today we will start Unit 3 Current Challenges Facing the Indian Economy, Chapter 4 Poverty. Poverty is a situation in which an individual is unable to fulfill the basic necessities of life such as food, shelter, clothing, basic education and health care. Who are the urban poor? Sections of society that are vulnerable to poverty in urban areas. Pushcart vendors, cobblers, flower sellers, street vendors, rag pickers, beggars. They are the examples of urban poor. Urban poor possesses few assets and reside in kacha hutments with walls made of baked mud and roofs made of grass, hedge, bamboo and wood. Poorest of them do not even have such dwellings. Rural poor, landless laborers, marginal and small farmers, village artisans. In rural areas, many poor people are landless. Even if some of them possesses land, it is only dry or wasteland. Now we will discuss characteristics of poor people. They live in huts. Some of them do not have any shelter. In villages, they are landless. Some of them have small pieces of land. They do not get sufficient food. Starvation is common among them. Children suffer from malnutrition. They are uneducated and unskilled, so it is difficult to get employment. They are not able to negotiate their legal wages. They do not get safe drinking water, electricity, and sanitation facilities. They borrow money from moneylenders and fall into debt trap. Gender inequality prevails among them. Women are the poorest among the poor. They use firewood and cow dung cakes as fuel. How are poor people identified? The minimum income required for a person to satisfy his basic necessities of life is termed as poverty line. It is used to identify the poor people. In pre-independent India, Dadabhai Naoroji was the first to discuss the concept of a poverty line. He used the menu for a prisoner and used appropriate prevailing prices to arrive at what may be called jail cost of living. Yes, students, however, only adults stay in jail, whereas in an actual society, there are children too. He appropriately adjusted their cost of living to arrive at poverty line. For this adjustment, he assumed that one-third population consisted of children and half of them consumed very little while other half consumed half of the adult diet. Yes, students, 1 upon 3 are children. Half of them I have calculated in the side also. Half of them consume 0. So other half of one-third children. 1/3 into half of 1/6. Students, these 1/6 children take half of the adult diet. It is equal to, we have given it, it is equal to 1 upon 12. Other 2/3 people take complete diet. 1/6 nil, 1/6 half, 2/3 full. So weighted average of consumption of the three segments gives the average poverty line. Again, I will explain. One half of one third is diet is 0. Again, half of one third is the half diet of adult people. It is equal to 1 upon 12. Only two-third people are taking full diet. It is equal to 2, 3. So 0, 0 plus 1 upon 12 plus 2, 3. It is equal to 3 upon 4. Only 3 upon 4 are taking full diet. After independent 1962, Planning Commission set up a study group to measure poverty. In 1979, the Task Force on Projections of Minimum Needs and Effective Consumption Demand was formed. In 1989 and 2005, expert groups were formed. Yes, students, categories of poor. How can we identify poor? For the purpose of defining poverty, we divide people into two categories: poor, poor, and non-poor. Poverty line divides the two. There are many kinds of poor: absolutely poor, very poor, the poor, and many kinds of non-poor, not so poor, middle class, upper middle class, the rich, the very rich, millionaires, billionaires. Categories, categorizing poverty. There are so many types of poor. Chronic poor. Chronic poor includes people who are always poor. You can see who are always poor, and those who are usually poor but who may sometimes have a little more money, like casual workers. Sometimes they get money. And transient poor, it is also two types: churning poor, occasionally poor. Churning poor, who regularly moving out of poverty, like small farmers and seasonal workers. When they get employment, they are above the poverty line, or in rest of the months they are below the poverty line. And occasionally poor, who are rich most of the time but may sometimes have a patch of bad luck. Non-poor, there are those who are never poor, or they are in the category of non-poor. Yes, students, how can we measure poverty line? One way is to determine it by the monetary value per capita expenditure of the minimum calorie intake that was estimated at 24 calories for a rural person and 2100 calories for a person in the urban area. Based on this, in 2011-12, the poverty line was defined for rural area as consumption worth rupees 816 per person per month, and for urban areas it was 1000. Limitations of poverty line. It does not differentiate between very poor and the other poor. It considers only the money needed for food, shelter and clothing. Man needs many other facilities like basic education, healthcare, drinking water, sanitation. They are ignored in it. It does not consider social factors like illiteracy, social discrimination, ill health, etc. Alternative methods to measure poverty. Amartya Sen, his dual brain index known as Sen index, Poverty Gap Index and Squared Poverty Gap are other tools used to identify poor. Thank you.